Soft velocity.
In this video, we will learn how to start programming with Clarion. Actually, it's really easy. Let's analyze this. Usually, we have an inventory list like this one in Excel. Anyway, we can see that we have several fields. Using Excel is really cumbersome. It's going to take me a lot of time, and it's not going to do what I want in terms of flexibility. So let's see. We have an inventory ID, name, description, unit price, stock, value, reorder level, reorder time in days, quantity in reorder, is it discontinued or not, yada yada. We can add more fields. One advantage of Excel is that we can do it right inside the spreadsheet. But let's do the same thing using Clarion. First, the real power of Clarion comes from the dictionary. Well, the dictionary is where I'm going to define the database. All the fields, all the files, everything is going to be there. So I'm going to click on dictionary. I am going to create a new dictionary. Let's put it here. One new folder. Let's name the dictionary file as inventory. Now let's save it. Okay, now I would like to define a table. Why? Because I will need to store something inside the table, the fields. So I will use a label. In this case, I am going to name it as warehouse or inventory. Basically, we need to have a name. I'm using prefix as INB. This is important. This is how we're going to identify different fields. Even if they have similar names, I needed a way to identify each field. Fault path name, I'm gonna let Clarion to choose everything. Let's start. Now, each field is going to be inside the columns. I have an inventory ID. I will do the same. ID. I just want a number to identify my inventory. It's going to be really easy to use it on barcodes or whatever I want. Long. And I want a group of several numbers, so I will tell Clarion to do just that by using a mask. Using a mask will never affect the way I store the data inside the files. Instead, it will affect the way I display that information on the screen on a report. So, ID, name, I'm going to use 200 characters for the name. Okay, I will not leave the name blank, and on controls I'm going to use this kind of control. It's going to be default. Now, description. Here, I'm going to use more information for a description. In fact, let's do a little bit more. In controls, I am going to use a text control for the screen. And it can be blank or null, so no checks. Let's do that here. Description, unit price, quantity in stock, inventory value. Let's do this. Price. In this case, I'm going to use a decimal. I want a little bit more of characters. Currency leading, and cannot have a blank price. Because it's really easy to do this. This is the script picture. Two decimal numbers, but I can use 4 if I want. Just in case I want to have a more precise price. Cannot be 0 blank. Let's do it. Now, quantity or stock. Let's do the same. Now, let's see. We have a stock, unit price, inventory value. Inventory value. Well, I am not going to use this field. Instead, we will learn how to use a formula to calculate everything at runtime. Reorder level. It's a really good idea to have a reorder level. It's going to be a long. And let's see. I want another picture. So it's going to be easy to control this information. Controls. I don't want an entry. I want a spin. So it will offer me a little bit more flexibility, and it's going to be easier to handle. Reorder time in days. Same thing. Let's do it this way. Okay. We will add more fields at the end of this lesson. So we have everything. Now let's add something. A key. In reality, a key is more like an index. I mean, I need to order something. I need to refer to certain order. So I am going to use a key. And I will order everything using the ID. ID, inventory, key. Unique value, primary key, auto number. Why? Because I want Clarion to calculate the next ID for me. Now we have the database defined. The dictionary is ready. In a second lesson, we will see how to actually create the application. So let's save this.